Earlier this morning, if you were listening, I shared with you a story of Laura Scurr. Laura has cerebral palsy and she got through school, studied at university, pursued her natural love of accounting and business administration. And when she'd completed her studies, she applied for nearly 170 jobs. Didn't get any of them. Ending up getting a job locally and then forging her own path with businesses that she'd created herself, one or two of which she still runs. But these days, she's also working with businesses in Toowoomba through an organisation called Y Connect to encourage them to see the advantages and the benefits of employing a woman with a disability or a gender diverse person with a disability. And we talked about where things are at in terms of gaining some ground in that area.
So the big thing, I think, is to provide support and acknowledgement that what they're going through is difficult, but that if they stick to it, one day it will come out okay.
Yep.
And that's what you really, in my opinion, that's what people really truly need, is someone there to say, I see you, I hear how difficult this is for you, but stick in there and together we'll make a difference.
I mean, on the other side, and I suppose this is the really powerful thing, you also, through Y Connect, talk to potential employers and try to break down any preconceived ideas or myths or fallacies that they hold about employing people with a disability. Do you see, when you have these conversations, that people's perceptions change?
Yeah, and that's... I love all aspects of Y Connect, and I truly wish it had been available back when I was looking for work. I've been running a computer class for women with disabilities and teaching them various computer skills. We're currently doing an intermediate skills program. And I love supporting the women that come to that. Where I see the most powerful part of the program being is in trying to work with employers, but trying to raise awareness with employers and give them a platform where they feel safe enough to ask questions and to learn about the supports available. I think is a really powerful part of the program. These attitudes, unfortunately, will take a long time to change. They're deeply held, ingrained in stereotypes that we've had for years.
The topic of handouts and subsidies, and the government at various times will offer subsidies to employers to employ someone with a disability. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, is that a tool that you would encourage employers to use?
It's a very difficult subject, David. It can be a great tool. It often leads to employers only employing the person for the period in which they get the subsidy.
Right.
We see that time and time again. Having said that, in the interest of full disclosure, one or two of my staff members came with subsidies. And I did take the subsidy, but I also kept the employee on after it ran out,
Do you feel like you're winning? Are we getting better at recognising that just because someone has a disability doesn't mean that they can't do anything?
Unfortunately, the employment participation rates for Australians with disabilities haven't improved in over 30 years.
Really?
I hope that with the work that Dylan Alcott's doing, being Australian of the Year, it's raising awareness. I hope that the current nationwide employee shortage will help, but time will tell. And people like myself just need to keep going out and spruiking the same message with the same level of encouragement and hope that it will change. I mean, feminist rights didn't happen overnight. Aboriginal rights, we've still got a fairly long way to go in terms of getting them correct. And unfortunately, disability, it was suggested in a platform I was in, the National Disability Strategy 2-day conference. One of the Indigenous speakers at that suggested that disability is probably 10 years behind Indigenous. I actually think it's probably more 20 or 30 years,
Wow.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, we can't give up on it.
It's Laura Scurr. Fascinating lady to sit down and have a chat to. And tomorrow is, of course, International Day of the Person with a Disability. Enjoy the rest of your day. 10 is in next. It's news time.